For more on how the shutdown affects the average American, let's bring in Anthony Chan. He's the former chief economist at JPMorgan Chase and joins us from New York City. First up, great to have you. Second, what's the actual price tag for everyday Americans when the government hits pause? Missed paychecks, cancel flights, or just like plain chaos?
Diego, it is quite a bit of chaos because when people don't get paychecks, that means that they can't pay their rent, they can't make their car payments, or sometimes even their mortgage payments. So it is quite disruptive. Not only that, but if you're working in a government job and you're forced to work because you're an essential worker, you're not getting paid. So how motivated are you? In fact, many are calling in sick. You see that many of the airports now have longer lines because some of the air traffic individuals or the TSA people are not coming in. They're calling in sick. So all these things do suggest that there is quite a bit of disruption. And then one more point, Diego, and that is that unlike the 19 previous shutdowns, government shutdowns since 1976, in most instances, or virtually all of them, it was business back to normal once the government opened up. This time around, we are now pursuing, or at least the White House has said, pursuing a strategy of maybe taking this as an opportunity to permanently reduce jobs, reductions in force. So that means that a lot of people are nervous, and when they're nervous, they're not going to be spending money. That means the economy slows down.
Yes, I want to pick it up here because these shutdowns are really about budgets, or are they just hostage negotiations with the economy as the victim?
The reality is that it looks more and more like a hostage negotiation. Right now, what is the debate, Diego? The debate is whether or not these healthcare subsidies are approved. Both political parties, believe it or not, I'm nonpartisan, will tell you a different story. The Republicans will tell you that they are just trying to prevent undocumented workers from receiving these healthcare subsidies. The reality is that the federal law prohibits any of these subsidies to go to undocumented individuals, so they're not getting them. Now, on the other hand, the Democrats don't have completely clean hands either, because some states are using state funds to actually provide healthcare benefits for undocumented workers. But the Republicans say, no, the healthcare subsidies. What's happening is some of these healthcare subsidies are going to immigrants, but only the immigrants that have protected status. So they're not technically undocumented. So both are basically twisting the facts because, yes, some undocumented workers are receiving funds, but they're receiving them through a different mechanism. It's sort of like if your parents gave you an allowance and they said you can't use it to buy liquor and cigarettes, and you say, okay, I won't. But they find out later you are buying liquor and cigarettes, but you're using maybe the funds from a part-time job to do it, not the allowance. But again, that's the big political debate.
Anthony, how long before a temporary pause in services becomes a permanent excuse to gut them?
Well, I think it's already moving in that direction. The president is saying that unless the Democrats give in, it will give them an excuse to actually reduce these jobs or gut them, to use your language. So it's already, we've never seen this before, Diego. We've always seen, let's negotiate to open up the government, but we've never seen a strategy where people on one political party say that if you don't negotiate and you don't give in and you don't vote for opening the government, we'll cut jobs. Can you imagine, Diego, if this becomes a political strategy that both political parties, because at some point the Democrats will be in control, do we want a situation where the Democrats are going to say, we're going to reduce jobs in the states that are controlled by the Republicans, as the White House has said they will do in states that have Democratic senators? So it's a new kind of strategy, and it's destructive, and it does hurt. And that's why historically you see a reduction in real GDP of about 0.15% for every week that the government is shut down. But when it opens, not all the activity, but a lot of it is made up. This time around, I am not so sure that you'll make up for all of it, especially if you go ahead and take that next step and actually reduce spending, go to Democratic states and say we're going to reduce Federal funds that were geared to go there, we're going to
Yeah.
reduce them as retaliation. Again, it's scary
Mm.
if both political parties start using this strategy. Very scary.
Anthony Chan, thank you for your time and insights.
My pleasure.